This weekend, two English giants will be clashing at Anfield. Liverpool versus Chelsea this Sunday in the Premier League. We're back from international break, and here are your three keys to the match. Starting off, we have the head-to-head matchup of Liverpool versus Chelsea, and the managerial matchup as well. Last 19 encounters between Liverpool and Chelsea, we've seen Liverpool dominate the fixtures, winning 7, drawing 10, and losing just 2 of those 19 matches. But what's intriguing is that these two managers never faced each other. Arne Slot and Enzo Maresca have yet to go against each other head to head. This will be a tactical chess game, and it'll be very exciting to see what could happen in this matchup. That's the first key of this match, is the head-to-head matchup. Liverpool holds the advantage, but the key is which manager will get the better of each other and have that 1-0-0 perfect record against the other. Most recently, the Reds won the EFL Cup final against Chelsea, as well as a league matchup in January of this year. Chelsea last managed a draw at the beginning of last season on October 31st, back when Chelsea were under Mauricio Pochettino and Liverpool were under Jurgen Klopp in his final season. The question, of course, remains, how will they fare at Anfield under Maresca? How will Arne Slot continue to prove that Liverpool is a dominant place to visit? Anfield is a fortress for Liverpool, and that takes us into key number 2. They've lost just once at home. They've lost once at home every season since the 2021 campaign, if that makes sense. I think one season they didn't even lose a home game. 2020/2021 campaign, they lost 3 matches at home. Since then, they've lost 0 or 1 match. The last 2 seasons, 1 match. And then the season before that, so 3 seasons ago, they did not lose a home match. They've already lost 1 game at home in a shocking 1-0 loss to Nottingham Forest. Chelsea is yet to lose an away game under Enzo Maresca. In fact, the last time they tasted defeat on the road was April, when they lost 5-0 to Arsenal. This season, they've scored 10 and only conceded 2 on the road. Maresca will be looking to continue that away form this weekend as he travels to Anfield for the first time in his coaching career, in his managerial career, I should say. He's obviously been visiting as a coach as an assistant for Manchester City. But to sum up everything for our key to the match, will Anfield's intimidating atmosphere be enough to disrupt Chelsea's away winning form? And finally, our third key to the match will be the best defense in the league versus a top-tier attack. The game will feature a fantastic battle in Liverpool's half, with a league best defense for Liverpool with 2 goals conceded, and Chelsea's dynamic attack, which currently sits second in goals scored, just behind Manchester City, and second in expected goals. When we look at the underlying stats for Liverpool as well, the Reds have allowed just 2 goals this season, but they lead the league as well with 5.1 expected goals conceded, or expected goals allowed. Chelsea, meanwhile, has, of course, as I mentioned, scored a second in the league in 16 goals, just behind Manchester City. Their expected goals of 14.4 ranks them just behind Tottenham, with Liverpool leading the league in expected goal difference and Chelsea sitting third. This battle of strengths could decide the match. With Liverpool leading the league in expected goal difference and Chelsea sitting in third position, it'll be very interesting to see how these two sides clash. Now, I know our 3 keys were rather short, but I do want to go ahead and do our combined 11 as well. Liverpool versus Chelsea, combined 11. Let's go ahead, let's get right into it with the goalkeeper, Alisson. It has to be Alisson. As much as Robert Sanchez has been solid this season, there's no doubt Alisson remains the best shot stopper in the league. I have to go with him. He's anchoring that Liverpool defense with 2 goals allowed all season. Fantastic start for him. He has to be the pick. At the right back position, I go with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Even if Reece James was healthy, I'd be picking Trent Alexander-Arnold. His creativity from deep and the passing range he has is just unmatched. And I'm sorry, even if Reece James is healthy, he's not getting in this team ahead of Trent. Our center back partnership is Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate. I had to pick both of them because they're just a fantastic partnership. I was tempted to pick Levi Colwill over Ibrahima Konate, just to kind of give a little more mix in the defense, but it's just too obvious. Konate's been too strong this year. You know, even though Colwill's having a solid season so far, it is difficult to overlook Konate. And Virgil van Dijk, I feel like, is obvious. I feel like he gets in any combined 11 in the league. I don't see you putting really anyone over him to where he doesn't get in at least one of those center back spots at all. And then at left back, neither left back for either team has really been super positive going forward. But Robertson's been winning more duels than Cucurella this season, and he just offers a more consistent threat. I think he's got a few more key passes per game, or maybe one more key pass per game, and really that's all that's separating them attacking wise. But the duels and defensive numbers that Andrew Robertson has been putting up this season just puts him ahead for me instead of Cucurella. We've got a midfield three now, and we're going to finally talk about a Chelsea player. We've got Moise Caicedo. He's had an excellent start to the season. His defensive numbers have been fantastic. He's even looking better on the ball, and I just had to put Caicedo in this team. He's been one of Chelsea's top 3 performers this season, and we're going to talk about the other 2 as well in this team. And then, of course, we have to partner him up with a player I've already been raving about this season, arguable player of the season contender. It's got to be Ryan Gravenberch going in next to Moise Caicedo in the pivot. In the midfield, we have to finish off with, of course, Cole Palmer. I don't really know who else you would put in here. You're not putting Szoboszlai in ahead of Cole Palmer. I hate to break it to you. 6 goals, 5 assists. He's got the second highest goals and assist tally, I think, in the league currently. Maybe even the highest goals and assist tally ahead of Haaland. I'm not quite sure who's leading right now. I think he's second in goals, and I think he leads in assists. So I think Cole Palmer is leading the league currently. He's just been electric, and he's a must-have in this team, obviously. Another player that's just kind of a slam dunk pick, Madueke. I'm just kidding. Obviously, it's Mo Salah. We've got to put him in. He just keeps proving why he's still one of the best in the league. Just an outstanding performance. 4 goals, 4 assists. He's not even the top goal scorer at Liverpool, but he said, you know what? Go ahead. I'll be the top assister instead. And then to the left wing, we've got Luis Diaz. Of course, that is Liverpool's highest goal scorer. There's been a few different players playing on the wing for Chelsea, so there's really not a consistent player on the left or right that I could go out and be like, yep, that's the guy that's going to go in and break him ahead of Diaz or Salah. So Diaz, 5 goals, 1 assist. Makes him an easy pick for me. And then lastly, our final player, the striker of this team, I've gone with Nicholas Jackson. If you told me this 4 or 5 months ago, I wouldn't have said yes. Jackson has become a focal point of this Chelsea attack. He's been given a lot more freedom to move left to right, to roam along that front line for Chelsea, and he's taken full advantage. He's been a fantastic performer for the Blues this season. So there it is. There's my combined 11. Just to give you an idea of what's coming up later this week, Tuesday, we're going to be talking about the first call-up squad for Thomas Tuchel, who I think should be called up, who I think should be left in England, who should be left at home, and who should get the chance to play and perform under Thomas Tuchel. I'm very excited to do that video as well. Obviously, new manager for England. Obviously, me being American, it doesn't bother me too much. We obviously have recently signed Pochettino for the U.S. squad, but I know that won't make it as much of an entertaining video given what my audience consists of. But I will see you in the next one for sure. Peace.